Hello and welcome to our channel. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Stephanie.
And together we clean homes for free.
But today is a solo clean with Danielle. And also, just to get it out of the way, we hope you enjoyed this background ASMR because we're in a car and it is raining very heavily and I'm loving it.
It's nice, isn't it? It's almost like going to a caravan.
Yes.
Do you know, it's like that tinny.
Do you know when we get like our big giant house together, we should get one of those conservatories with like a corrugated roof? Is that the right word?
I think so.
And then we can sit in it when it rains and it'll be so loud and noisy and awesome. Anyway, so Danielle just said to me before we started this clean, you're going to have to carry us in this one. And I says, this is your clean. So it's going to be a question and answer style kind of voiceover today.
You know, this was one of the first things I did in this kitchen because when it was like usually when we go in, we look round and we just try and get a lay of the land and work out where everything kind of goes. We know where we're putting stuff away. And when I looked into this cupboard and the shelf was broke, I was like, oh, okay, right, I need to fix this shelf. But you can see on the right side there's two wee white plastic bits. One of them on the left side was broken. So I had to just use my brain and be like, right, so what can I use? And I was thinking like, right, okay, I could get screws and screw into the hole so it would sit on top of the screw.
And where did you get the screws from?
Well, I asked the person we were cleaning it, I was like, have you got like screws lying about or anything like that? And she was like, not really. And I was like, okay, I'll try and find something. So I was like, right, I'm going to clear everything away and then I'm going to try and just find something to do this. And as I was clearing everything out, I found two screws on the floor.
Oh, that was
right in front of the cupboard.
Serendipitous.
And I was like, oh, I could just use these. So I used our wee handy toolbox thing.
I know, that's our first time actually using it.
And I fixed the shelf. I was very proud of myself.
I was proud of you when I watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, woo, well done. And it was so nicely organised. I am a little bit worried about the weight of the tins that you put on top of the bit you fixed because I feel like it's just going to break again very quickly.
Well, no, because it's on screws now, so maybe the other side might go. But they could use screws. They could be like, okay, well, screws on that side. We can use screws on this side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to just work with what I had in life.
So I was really confused when I first watched this, right? Because obviously I'm watching you clean these cupboards on the right. But then I see you clean the countertop on the right twice. And I was very confused and I realised this is an L-shaped kitchen.
Yeah.
So there are more cupboards on the right behind this part. When I was editing this, I was like, but where is that bit that she cleaned in the beginning?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. And it's not until I'm like watching it now that I'm like, oh yeah, that's where it is. Okay, I get it now. I hope you guys can hear us. This rain is really coming down.
I know. It just came out of nowhere as well. We were sitting in Steph's kitchen. She's like, it's getting really dark. I'm like, yeah, it's going to rain. I don't like using the words. I feel like you tempt it to rain if you say rain before it's raining.
That's like if you. So my auntie believes if you say barbecue, as soon as you say the words barbecue in Scotland, it pours down. So my cousin is disabled, so she still lives with my auntie. She's I feel like she's like somewhere between the ages of 35 and 40 now. I can't actually remember. She's a few years older than me, and it's tradition every year. Her birthday's in June. Every year we go to my auntie's house for a barbecue, and for like the 2 weeks leading up to her birthday, my auntie's like, nobody say the words. No, like she actually goes around and being like, nobody say the words while prepping for a barbecue.
We could just not talk and let them have ASMR rain video.
We could do that, but do you want that?
This was really annoying me with the camera. Do you see how like the light is funny here and then it almost like it lines at one point? I had to adjust where the camera was looking at. So quite a few times.
I noticed the whole way through this video it gets dark and light and dark and light. I don't know what was going on.
But there was like, see these lines right here? It kept doing that at some points as well. I was like, I don't know. It's like when you point your camera at a TV and you get all the lines on the TV.
Oh yeah. Did you have fluorescent lights in the kitchen? Although it's daytime, did you even have the lights on in the kitchen?
I think I did because it was quite a dark room.
So it'll be because of the lights that she's got in her kitchen, because I noticed it does that when we were recording in the office. Because of the fluorescent lights. So then when I was watching you clean this bit and I was like, but where did all that stuff go off the bunkers?
Yeah, I lifted it off.
Yeah. No, this is
No, that's the same bunker.
Oh, this is the same one. Oh yeah, it was the other one.
Just, you know, I was a wee bit overwhelmed. I think it was like going to clean by myself, and I was just jumping about a little bit, so a lot of stuff I actually didn't get caught on camera. I did say that to Steph. I was like, by the way, I don't know if the footage is going to be great because I was erratic. It was like I didn't have a system because half of my system was in Turkey.
I'm back now.
I know.
You did really well though. Like, I think anybody would have been overwhelmed walking into this kitchen. Yeah. And tell the viewers the conversation that you had with the lady about this.
So, about the stuff?
Yeah.
So she has a lot of stuff and multiple things, like a lot of... The rain is coming down, guys.
I want to tell it to be quiet. It's like we're trying to talk in here.
I'm really enjoying it though.
Right, let's just give them some ASMR for a wee minute. You can have a minute of ASMR.
Are we done?
Yeah,
I was getting like, I'm like, can I talk yet? Can I talk yet?
I was like, how do we know when it's been a minute? Just before you get into that little story, on the way to the car, we were both like, well, when Danielle says, oh, you need to carry me, I was like, I was literally about to go for a nap before you arrived at my house. She was like, oh yeah, I could go for a nap too. I was like, should we just go up to the car and actually just nap and just pretend we're doing a voiceover? Because we've left all the children with my poor husband.
So the story, yeah. So I was saying, she has a lot of stuff, and I feel like it's an ongoing, not issue, but like...
No, it is an issue because it's causing problems with her life.
But it's not just her, like it's a running theme with these cleans, is people have too much stuff and they don't know where to put it. But like this woman, she had... Honestly, like she had numerous casserole dishes. She had like 2 slow cookers. So
no. Tell them how many casserole dishes.
Well, there was about 50.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's maybe a slight exaggeration, but there was big ones and small ones and oval shaped ones and square ones and love heart shaped ones. There was nobody needs that many casserole dishes.
No.
Unless you're a baker or no. So, like I did say, like you need to try and go through all your stuff and try and get rid of some stuff. Even just do it slowly, because you can clean as much as you want and you can organise as much as you want. But if the issue you have is that you've got too much stuff, you're going to keep going back round in that cycle, and it's going to get to a point where it seems disorganised and overwhelming again because there's just too much stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times I've said stuff there.
New drinking game.
So
there's and it's like the countertops like are really cluttered.
Yeah.
Like even when you're finished, that's too much stuff for me on the counters.
But there's too much stuff, so there's nowhere to put it because the cupboards are full. Do you know what I mean? So it's you're kind of, you need to just downsize a little bit.
100%. So this cooker, which you just seen her spray, she keeps coming back to it. This cooker is the star of the show in this clean.
It was the bane of my life in this clean as well. The cooker top, do you know what you get, like the black ring around the hob, the black hob bits? Is that the right word? Yeah. And usually I can get them off, but I used the scraper, I used a wire brush, I used so much stuff. I sprayed it like multiple times with oven cleaner. I did my best, but it wasn't perfect.
So when you were spraying it and then going back to it, how long was that product sitting on there for?
Quite a while. Until
but how
long? Foam, I don't know. Until the foam was pretty much gone.
So you didn't put cling film over the top though, did you?
No, I didn't.
So maybe try that next time.
To be honest, I was kind of like, do you know what? It's 10 times better than what it is.
Yeah, progress, not perfection.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling myself. I'm like, don't get pernickety, because I must have spent a long time on this cooker.
Oh, you did?
So
I edited the footage, you definitely did.
Yeah, I was like, no, just like, you're fine, just leave it, just give it a wipe. But yeah.
So you say that you were overwhelmed. So if you had some advice for other people who are overwhelmed, what would it be? Because you do bounce around a little bit. How do you choose which areas to go to and what to start with and just what to do? What advice would you give?
Choose a small corner, a small area. Do you mean like start in one corner of whatever room you're at and just be like, right, okay, I'm just going to do this corner.
But what if that's too difficult for you? Like, what if there isn't a place that you can start? So, for example, I seen a video and somebody would pick up a plastic bottle and they'd close their eyes and they'd spin around and they'd throw the bottle. And wherever the bottle landed is where they would just clean because they couldn't physically choose where to start.
Yeah.
So, how did you choose where to start in this clean?
It was the cupboards for me.
Okay.
So, like, I kind of looked at where everything went, and I was still like, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to clean first, I don't know what to pick up. But when I looked in that cupboard, I was like, right, okay, well, I need to do something about this cupboard, otherwise I'm not going to be able to move forward. So, yeah, I did that, and then it was right, once the cupboard was done, I was like, right, I'm going to do the bunker. Okay. Next, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
So the hardest part is definitely starting, I think, for a lot of people in this situation. I know for me that's definitely an issue, is the getting up and getting going. So there used to be a time when I would struggle to just get out of bed, and I was struggling one day, and somebody texts me and says, right, I need you to do something for me. And I was like, what is it? They were like, okay, I need you to go to your bathroom and turn on your tap. And I was just like, why? But I went and did it, and he was like, okay, now you're up, your tap's on, like, get washed. You're up, don't go sit back down, because I had been just struggling in my bed for a while. And it was just once, and I think Beth Farrell Chadwife, she says that sometimes if all she can do is just stand up off that sofa, even if she can't then do anything else, just that standing up is enough to sometimes get you going. So yeah, if you look at a room and you don't know where to start, just pick an area. Just start. That's the main thing. And that's also the advice I'd give to anybody that wanted to start doing YouTube. That was the advice that I got in a video. I think it was Emily Norris. I was following her, and she says the best advice that she was given is just start. Because if you wait till you've got the best camera, or you wait till you know how to use the editing software, or you wait until you've got the perfect content, you're never going to start.
It's just basically trying to make an excuse to be like, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do it when I've done that, or...
That's like Mondays.
It's like procrastinating.
Yeah, it's procrastination. But it's like Mondays. It's like, oh yeah, I'll start my diet on Monday. I'll start my exercise regime on Monday. I'll start that new job on Monday. Oh yeah, you had to get in the toaster clean. I could have cut this bit out because that was it, but I had to keep it in.
It looked better in person. When I looked back in the footage, I was like, oh, you don't really see how like yellowy it was.
Yeah, I had to keep it in for the bingo.
And I love a toaster
I think
clean.
you do a thumbs up as well, and you dance.
Yeah.
I didn't slow the dancing down though, because I wanted this to be a shorter video.
Well, you spies out there, you could try and guess when the dancing is.
I think you mean our followers, not spies.
Do you know what? See, when I was editing it, because I edited it first, and then the app we use for editing decided it didn't want to like us, and basically Steph had to go back and...
Yeah, it crashed and then deleted half the footage, and then I was just like, well, I feel like it'd be more effort to try and edit just half the footage and put it back in, so I just redid it all.
Yeah, when I was editing it, some bits were like, I was slowing it down to cut out bits that wasn't needed, and some of my facial expressions. See, if any of you watch this in slow-mo, like, please don't screenshot, or, like, just don't watch it in slow-mo,
Is
please.
Mac giving you the fear? Because he keeps screenshotting Beth and sharing it. I'm pretty sure he printed it on a t-shirt and wore a t-shirt of her face in one of his cleans.
Oh, please don't do that to me.
You have a beautiful face. I'm sure everybody would buy those t-shirts.
Not some of those facial expressions in slow-mo. It was not beautiful. I was like, I didn't even know my face made that shape.
I don't know if you guys can even hear us because of the noise of this, like... Did somebody not say there was supposed to be, like, a storm, like a...
I don't know, but I have to drive home in this. I hate driving in the rain.
I have cupcakes, and I'm making cheesy pasta bake for dinner.
I want to go home and go to sleep.
Okay. So food can't tempt you to stay?
No, it actually can't, no.
Okay.
It usually does, but no.
Actually, we're going to the cinema.
I mean, I could have just stayed when you were in the cinema and slept in your living room.
True. You could. Look after
I'll go
Xander.
home.
I was going to say something before we got distracted by the noise. I can't remember what it was. Must have been a lie.
So my favourite part about this clean.
Oh yeah, I nearly forgot to ask you that. I'm a bit out of touch.
Is the oven door, but half of the footage. I don't know if you've seen when you're editing.
Oh, you were covering the camera.
I was covering it with my knee.
Oh yeah, look, it's right. That was good timing.
Yeah, I was really upset about that because see this bit, like, so I just thought the oven door was black. I didn't realise that it was actually see-through glass until I started cleaning it. And I was like, oh my god.
So you believe that this oven has never been cleaned?
The door, anyway, I don't think it's ever been cleaned. Like, the build-up on that door, like, it wasn't even like you could kind of see through it because it's a wee bit, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not oily.
I have no idea.
Whatever the build-up is you get from your oven door. Anyway, so, yeah, it wasn't even a wee bit see-through. It was just straight on black. Like, you could not see through this. And then I started cleaning it. I was like, oh,
I can't believe how clean you get it.
Actually scrapes off.
Also, you guys will get a better view in a minute. Like, I know the leg is covering some of it, and I didn't cut it out because she works so hard.
You should have. I cut it out when I edited.
Did you?
Yeah.
I gave you it to look through before we started.
I know, but like, I wasn't going to do anything to it.
To be fair, when I edit, I always think it's going faster than it is. So, like, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just leave this in. It's only like 2 seconds. It's like 20 seconds. Oh, it's calming down now a wee bit. But yeah, you can kind of see what she's doing.
Yeah, you get better. Did I put it on Instagram?
I think so, because you're recording at the time. There you go.
Yeah, you get better view on Instagram.
I mean, look at all that muck on the floor from the oven. I was really glad you went and did that bit on the right, on the bottom.
I think I missed, when I was looking back on the footage, I think I missed a couple of bits at the top. But I didn't realise until I looked back at the footage.
I love how you wrapped this door. Yeah. It would never have crossed my brain to wrap it like that. I would have just cut a bit off and stuck it on the front of it. But I love the way you did that. I was like, oh, that makes total sense.
How could I do it? And I was like, okay, yeah, just wrap around the whole door.
Yeah, it made absolute sense. And then this is why we need to put like a light in our kit. Yeah. Like, we have lights, we carry around too much stuff. But I was watching Clean with Bee's video, and she was like, at the end of her video, she did like a pack with me for a clean section where she put in what she takes into her suitcase. And there was like 3 cleaning products and then some tools and stuff. And I was like, wow, yeah, we totally take too much with us, and we probably don't even use half of it. So maybe we should just cut it back.
But then we've tried to do that, or we don't.
And then we
stuff
forget stuff.
And then we're like, oh, we could have really used that.
Yeah, but then when we do,
being overly prepared.
But when we take everything, I'm like, oh, we didn't use that or that or that.
I think it's because we don't know what we're walking into.
Yeah.
I think when we start doing this more full time, we should really try and schedule a visit.
Yeah, visit to the property to get a proper idea. Yeah, because the pictures are so deceiving.
Yes.
I'm really bad at judging how big a job is. We're going to a clean tomorrow, and in the photos that we got sent, there was a lot of bagged up rubbish. So we've contacted Callum at Trash Converters, #Team Callum, who has gone out and removed the rubbish that was already bagged up. And he says that the job is bigger than we think. So now we're like, well, thanks for that. So we need to go to it tomorrow and see what it's going to be like.
Sometimes people don't take photos to display everything, and it's like, I think it's either embarrassment or feeling ashamed, and I totally understand why. But at the same time, like, we do need to know what we're walking into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do. But like you say, once we're doing this full time.
It's a surprise.
Yeah. Okay.
You can walk in sometimes and be like, oh, this is great. It's not as bad as I thought it was. And other times you can be like, oh, yeah, this is great. It's so bad. It's going to be such a good video.
I love the positivity spin you put on both of those there. Okay, so you've said what your favourite thing was.
Uh-huh.
What was your least favourite thing?
Can you not guess?
No.
You weren't there.
Oh, okay.
You were in Turkey, and I'm like, I'm cleaning this oven, and she's probably sitting next to a pool, getting in sunshine in Turkey. Yeah.
What day did you do this on? Was it a Sunday?
No, it was Saturday, because I went out.
Saturday.
That was the night that Mac video called me.
Oh yeah. What was I doing that day? I probably was just sitting next to a pool.
Yeah, rub it in.
Yeah, it was awesome. And you're still more tan than me. Somehow.
Sunbeds.
Yep.
I told the women in the sunbed shop, like, so I'm going to Marrakesh, and it's like 6 weeks, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
And it's going to be like 40-degree heat when we're there. And she was like, oh.
That's twice the heat it was when I was in Turkey, so now I'm kind of scared.
She was like, oh, so you're going to need to frazzle before you go. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly why I'm here. I went for 3 days in a row, and then on the 4th day she said,
you're going to get skin cancer.
On the 4th day, but do you know what, Lisa, I would have lived my life. No, I didn't mean that.
You can't put that positive a spin on everything.
No. On the 4th day she was like, no, you're not coming. Like, don't come tomorrow. We're barring you for the day.
Okay, good. At least they have some sense.
No, they regulate it, and you've got to wait 24 hours between sunbeds and stuff like that. They do try and regulate your UV. They're pretty good.
Well, I will just be planning to stay in the shade and in the pool. And I'm not going to be sitting in any direct sunlight.
Like I said, you can sit like under an umbrella in the shade and just take photos of me posing by the pool. I'm fine with that.
Okay, good. Wee mini photo shoot.
Yeah. We could do that one where you lift your hair out of the water and water all splashes off your hair. We could do a slow-mo video.
That would be cool. Oh, let us know.
Members only.
Well, I was going to say, actually, let us know if you want to see a vlog from our holiday, like on this channel. Because I'll be putting vlogs up on my channel anyway.
I'll probably be putting stuff on Instagram.
Yeah. So if you just want the free cleans on this channel, that's absolutely fine. Just, let us know if you do want to see a bit more of other stuff. We have a members only video that we're releasing this week for anybody that didn't catch our live the other day.
Yeah.
So this week will be quite a good one actually, because we, like this coming week anyway, because we're going to have a live video
Wednesday.
Did we not say Monday? No, Friday. We said Friday. So we're going to have a live video. Oh yeah, the live video is on Wednesday.
Right, okay.
Sorry. The members only video will be on Friday.
I thought that was going to be Monday.
But we changed it because we'd have to do the voiceover right now.
Oh,
and we don't have time.
Right, okay.
So, okay.
So Wednesday for the live.
And we're going to give away free memberships on that day.
Friday for the members only video.
Which is of Danielle's cleaning morning routine in her own house. And it's very well edited. I was impressed. The only issue we have is she's recorded it vertical. So it'll not fill your screen. Unless
I'm going to try and see if I can...
You're going to try and...
I'm going to try and see if I can adjust that.
Okay. Well, if not, then they've been pre-warned.
I actually did do that with this video.
Did you?
Yeah, and I adjusted it.
Okay.
So, in fact, let me know when it uploads, guys, if it's full screen or if it's cut off, this video.
No, this one won't be cut off because when I've edited it, I've edited as a 16:9.
Because it was actually that way, so everything was sideways and I was like, oh my god, so I had to go and edit it and flip it round. It took for ages to save it as a new video. This is before I even, edited the footage.
Okay.
I was like, no, I'm like, Steph's gonna kill me. But I think it's because I was getting confused because I was filming for Instagram and I must have just...
And you had a new tripod?
No, I didn't. It came this day, so I didn't even have it for this clean, which I was so gutted about because I was like, I'll have that tripod for the next clean, and it never came until this day.
We've got a new tripod and it looks really good. It's really tall. It's double the height of our normal tripod.
So bathroom cleans, because we always struggle to get a good angle in a bathroom because there's nowhere to really put the tripod,
but
and
now
the tripod doesn't go that tall.
Put it high.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
I'm so excited. I really want to do a bathroom clean. And I don't do bathroom cleans.
Yeah, I'm normally the one that's put in the bathroom. The rain has finally stopped. We probably sound super loud now to people who've turned the TV up to hear us. So live on Wednesday, members only Friday, and then the clean that we're doing tomorrow, which is going to be quite an extreme one, I think, will be releasing on Saturday because... Although I was away for 2 weeks, unfortunately Danielle only managed to do the one house because you were unwell last weekend. But I said to her, take it easy. You don't have to. We'll figure it out. So yeah.
And I actually did.
Take it easy.
Yeah, I didn't push through it and be like, no, it's fine. I have tried to be honest, I've not really had a choice. I've had a lot of pain this week, so.
And it's strange because so she's got stomach problems, right? But it's the exact same stomach problems that I had a few months ago. But we both went to the doctor for it, and my doctor took bloods and then sent me for an ultrasound, and then your doctor and then they gave me antibiotics as well, and then your doctor's wanting to send you for like a CT scan and everything. I'm like, I want your doctor. Your doctor seems more competent.
Well, my doctor's never got back in touch with me. I need to actually phone them on. Is it bank holiday?
I don't know. The schools are off.
Are off Monday, Tuesday, but
that might be for teacher training.
It's the but the nursery's off as well, so
yeah, because it would be teacher training through like Fife, yeah.
Right, okay. I don't know how it works.
If you're in Fife and you aren't aware, the schools are off on Monday, Tuesday. I feel like they were just off.
I feel like they're always off.
Yeah.
And I didn't know they were off Monday, Tuesday until you told me yesterday.
And you keep forgetting. I've had to tell you like 4 times. You're like, yeah, I'll do this on Tuesday. I'm like, you have your children on Tuesday.
I'm going to end up driving to the nursery, sending Cameron to school, and be like, oh, okay, well, we're not doing anything now. We've made plans, have we not?
We did make plans.
What are we doing? Honestly, so head is like, I'm so spaced.
So you wanted to do a bacon day on Monday, right, okay, and then go for a picnic somewhere on Tuesday. Okay. But then now you also want to go and clean that lady's bathroom on Tuesday.
Yeah, but I can do that in the evening.
Well, that's true. But don't overdo it.
And I also need to do that kitchen.
We're going for massages on Wednesday.
Okay. And who are we doing on Thursday?
The same house that we're going to tomorrow. We're hopefully going back there on Thursday. Because if it is a big job, we're going to need to do more than one visit.
Well, that's our...
Stop drawing on your windows.
Sorry.
It's really bad because it doesn't wipe away.
Yeah, I know.
She's drawn on her car windows. I tell my children off for that.
I used to get told off for that. That's probably why I do it now. It's like a rebellious, I can draw on the windows if I want to.
But now you're the one that has to clean it and it stays forever.
I'd be the one that would have to clean it if I...
Not when you were younger.
If I drew on the window or didn't draw on the window, I'd still have to clean it at some point.
But now you've made it harder for yourself.
It looks pretty.
It really doesn't. It looks like a 2-year-old drew it.
Well, at least people won't think that I drew my own windows.
So I have been trying to make TikTok videos out of the footage that we've got. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed, right, that it's really hard to be original with the TikTok videos because it's like, okay, cooker clean, sink clean, maybe a microwave clean. If we do a fridge, there's a fridge clean. And then there's like either the whole kitchen clean sped up or a microwave clean. That's it. Like, there's no variability in kitchens. I need somebody to have, like, I don't know, a fish tank or something random.
I really want to one day go through all the footage that we get or have and do, like, a bloopers video. Because the amount of times, like, we drop the camera or I fall over or we... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That would be a big job to do.
Yeah. So maybe in, like, a few years' time when we've got, like, a team.
Yeah.
Of people that can help us.
And I can just hand them all the many hard drives that we have of footage.
Mm-hmm, be like, find all the bloopers. Have fun. Enjoy watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one day we should do a video with audio.
But the problem with that is we wouldn't be able to speed it up. Because we'd just be chipmunks.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the reasons we don't do the original audio is because if we're either talking with each other mm-hmm. and then we'd have to slow the whole thing down, which, sometimes we can be in these houses for up to 6 hours. So that would be impossible.
Yeah.
Or we're talking with the resident and the resident's talking, or we're listening to music, or we're both cleaning different things at the same time and then the audio clashes. So this is one of the reasons we don't really do ASMR videos very often. So when you were in this house, because I've not listened to the original audio, because it's just you here, will this be viable for an ASMR version?
Probably. There are probably some bits in it that...
Okay.
Yeah.
We could maybe look at that. There are a few videos that we've done solo recently that could probably be ASMR videos. Because when we first started doing this, we did start looking at which ones could be released as ASMR. And I think we have about 7 ASMR videos. But I personally am not a fan of ASMR, so I don't really... care. Sorry guys, I can't believe how clean you got this door.
The way that we do it as well with like the voiceover, I know some people aren't keen on it and some people don't want to listen to us or whatever, but like this works for us. Do you know what I mean? It makes it enjoyable for us, so
yeah, we get to hang out even more than we normally do. I mean, to be fair, whether we're doing the voiceovers or not, we're probably hanging out. We're just doing other stuff. Okay, I think we are at the end. The photos are coming up. So thank you very much for watching. And please join us on our live on Wednesday. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.